Hey guys, want to do a video about awesome things for preppers. Now, a lot of this stuff's been covered in other videos over the years, just trying to merge everything together in a new video for you guys, just to catch it all at once, and hopefully, when I start deleting older videos, these new ones will replace the old ones. So, what I wanted to do today is just talk about some very common household things that are just very important for preppers, and you don't see a lot of people advocating in their videos that these are the kind of things you want to stock up on, but they really are. There's only so much, and I know, guys, because I've done the apartment thing, and there's only so much room you have in your house, in your apartment, or storage facility, or whatever, that you have for guns and ammo and food and all that. And to a certain extent, you need to start, kind of filling in with the smaller things that are going to make your life a lot easier, especially in any kind of an SHTF scenario. So I want to talk about a few of these things, why they're so important, and why you should be stocking these things up every chance you get. Because there's nothing here, guys, you can't get at a dollar store or Walmart or any cheap store along the way. Now, I think, of course, one of the most important things you can have are glues. Now, I have a bin out in my garage, and in that bin I probably have 2 or 3 big jugs of wood glue. I've got super glue, like the little tiny, like dollar store vials of it, up to bigger things of Gorilla glue. You've seen those in a couple videos before. Like this one here is just a cheap Harbor Freight delayed setting epoxy. Why would I want that? Number one, it's a really strong epoxy. It's got like a 2,000 pound holding pressure to it, and it's delayed setting. So if you are fixing something and you're clamping it together, you can work with it and get it into place and clamp it down while you're working the glue on it, Different things. I have some glues that are expanding, some glues that are non-expanding, different materials. Really important to have. Grid goes down, society collapses, you're going to have to fix all your own stuff. And having glue is the best way to fix just about anything. And not a bad thing to have in your bug out bag. Super glue, you have to remember, was invented to be pretty much a bandage. It's a first aid item on top of just being insanely useful. So great to have. And like I said, guys, you can get these things from big, gigantic, bulk-sized jugs into little tiny pocket-sized tubes of glue. Massively important. Tape. This here is actually duct tape. This is Gorilla tape. Small roll. Once again, duct tape, very important for fixing things. Great for a bug out bag. Great for fixing things around the house. Even in your vehicle for an emergency kit. So important to have. I've got, probably out in the garage, I'd say 6 or 8 big rolls kind of hanging on a nail somewhere. And different shapes, different sizes, different brands. You know how it is, guys? Sometimes the really cheap duct tape doesn't stick very good, but that's okay because you want it for, a really light application. Something you're going to have to take off and you don't want to leave a residue. But on the other hand, sometimes you got something you really need to keep together. You get the good stuff for that. So I have a combination of like cheap dollar store duct tape and good quality duct tape. I have small rolls like this that are just 1 inch by probably like 100 foot, and then I have some of the big monster rolls that are like 500 feet and 3 inches across. Different size, different shape. It never hurts. You can get a good roll of duct tape for like 10 bucks. You pick up 6 or 8 of those, that's enough to last you a lifetime. Really important to have. You can re-roll it into just around like a pen cap or something to put in your bug out bag if you just want 10-15 feet of it, You can wrap it around your gear, wrap it around your water bottle, all kinds of great stuff. Once again, great uses inside your home, great uses for your bug out, great use for your vehicle. Next, zip ties. You can get these at a dollar store, you can get them at Home Depot, Walmart, all different shapes, all different sizes. They come in really tiny sizes for holding wires together, up to big gigantic ones that you could actually use as a restraint. These things are insanely useful around the house. You can buy them in little packages that just have a couple in them, up to big, gigantic bulk packages that have hundreds. You can buy variety packs of different sizes, you name it. They're great. They're great for holding things together, for fixing things. I use them in the garden all the time. They're a very, heavily used garden item in my house. I'll tell you that. They're great for your bug out bag. Same thing. You're making a spear. You're putting a shelter together. Zip ties are a quick, efficient way to do it. They're lightweight. They're tough. You get the big ones. Like I said, you can use them to restrain people. If shit hits a fan, not a bad idea to have some of those in your house kicking around. Once again, they're cheap. You can buy the big ones they're a little more expensive, but your normal sized ones are cheap. You can buy a ton of these things and have a lifetime supply for, $20, $30. Next, wire. Wire is a great thing to have. And you can get it from little tiny dollar store small reels like this 30-pound wire up to big gigantic rolls of wire, with hundreds or thousands of feet, depending on what you want. You can get coated wire, you can get copper wire, you name it. Once again, when it comes down to fixing things, repairing things, wire is fantastic to have. It's a great thing to have in your vehicle. It's a way, if you lose a muffler, you're driving on some dirt road to escape a disaster, your muffler hangs up on something, great way to put it back up. I've used wire to fix cars numerous times over the years. It's just really a great thing to have in your vehicle. It's a great thing to have around your house. You never know when things are going to break. You need to get wired back together. A little wire, a little glue, a little duct tape. You can fix anything. Once again, great thing to have in your bug out bag. You're talking making snares. You're talking making traps. You're talking, kind of security lines. You can use it for a leader for fishing if you're going after fish with strong teeth or anything like that. Good to have. So many uses. Once again, you can get these things from $1 up to probably hundreds of dollars depending on what you want. Typically, if I'm going to be using it for a bug out bag, I will go with a coated wire. It's probably not the best idea because the coating probably won't be the best for snares, but I do think if I'm going to be using it for gear or anything like that the coating might have a little more friction and hold better. But you can just get a plain galvanized wire. If that's the case, you do want to make sure it's either coated or galvanized or something. Otherwise, that wire could rust out on you. And these things are available at, like I said, dollar stores, Walmart, Home Depot, Harbor Freight, you name it. Pick them up. You can buy big rolls of it, little rolls. I buy these little ones, throw them in the car, throw them in my bug out bags. Keep them in the junk drawer in the house. Fantastic thing for preppers. Next is any kind of sewing thread or upholstery thread. I keep going back to this. Shit hits the fan. You're going to be fixing everything you own. You're not going to go to Walmart and buy new jeans anymore. You're going to have to sew them. You're going to have to fix your clothing. You're going to have to fix everything. If there is that kind of breakdown, that societal breakdown, you're going to be responsible for all of that. And I love seeing these videos of preppers out there who just have basements full of toilet paper and dish soap and all these things, but in reality, how long are your jeans going to last? What happens if you tear out your jeans? What happens if, you tear out your clothes or anything? You need the capability to fix and repair things. So having some good upholstery thread and regular sewing thread and different kinds, different shapes. This one here, I think, came with my sewing awl, I believe. If not, it came with something else. But having that kind of stuff around is once again, very, very important. It's good in a bug out bag as well. If your bug out bag rips, it's really good to be able to fix it, to repair it. Having some sewing thread, a needle, very important in your bug out bag. You can use these for snares, you can use them for traps, use them for little trip lines. Once again, it's limitless what you can do with them, and it's a very ignored prep, which is kind of surprising. Everyone's all about the food, all about the bullets, all about the band-aids. But in reality, these little things that keep you alive, people tend to ignore. The little things that make your job easier. If you look at just what's on this table here, I would trade all of this for a knife. You know, if I had a good knife, I would rather have this stuff right here. How fast could I put up a shelter with this? How fast, with a little bit of wire, some zip ties and rope, could I set up a shelter in an emergency situation? Very quickly. I could do a lot with it. I can repair things, do so much. You know, prepping is about thinking between the lines, playing devil's advocate, thinking about all those things that can go wrong. And anyone who spent time in the woods, whether you're hunting, hiking, or backpacking, you know that gear is going to fail. No matter how much you pay for it, no matter how good a quality it is, things fail. And when you're walking down the pack and you've got a 50-pound bug out bag and your straps give out, your shoulder straps give out, what are you going to do? You're going to have to fix it, because you're not going to walk around carrying 50 pounds in your arms all day. Just not going to happen. It's so important. It's so important to have these things around the house, and it will help you if you have a homestead, even an apartment. You'll be surprised how much money you save when you have things like these. And then when things around your house break, just fix them. You'll be surprised how easy a broken chair can be fixed. You'll be surprised how easy you can fix anything with just these very, very simple, cheap things. Take that money you save, put it towards buying an awesome gun, put it towards buying some food, put it towards buying some bullets. But having those capabilities to fix and repair and to fabricate the things you need, not only will it help you in that emergency, but it will help you be better prepared for that emergency. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a bit of a review, but wanted to cover this in a new, fresh video.